Ah, oya na-esho kwelite ndị biko onyinye gana yi akwa na arụ awụnụrụ m ama mmadụ na-elukwu nke bụ iwe ada anyị amakwalụba atụ owe mmiri ọka ewere unu mụọ.
Those are words I heard growing up. It almost seemed as if a woman's existence was to cater to a man. I wasn't exactly bothered by the words. I found them very funny, interesting even. Thankfully, I can look back and smile because I have a husband who cooks with and for me and also enjoys doing so.
Told you this before, but I really appreciate the fact that you're very hands-on when it comes to like cooking and being in the kitchen, because the household that I come from, the men hardly ever like get into the kitchen to do stuff, except it's like cooking in dinner or something like that. So thank you. I actually really appreciate it, babe.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think that it's also because I like to eat, so I like to cook. So I don't think it'd be fair when both of us are working to just leave it to you to sort out. Even though
I feel like you even cook more than I do.
Just that when I'm cooking, it stress me out. So next time,
me, I stress you out.
I'll push you out of the kitchen when I'm cooking.
What do you mean by stress you out?
You want me to cook the way you want me to cook. The way you know how to cook.
Well, if that's the way that gets things done, right?
Of course.
But I don't stress you out that much. And sometimes I'm just like, oh, maybe we should add water. I just give you suggestions. Like,
and then you're not gonna add water by yourself.
No, babe, nah, you're slandering me. Do I do that for you?
I'm dragging you outside.
Do I actually do that? I know I'm actually annoying. I think that we should. What should we do to this thing?
You need to wash it. You need to rinse it. See how it's floating to the top. You need to put enough water so that it floats. Because I think we've mostly peeled it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Today we're making akara. I've never made it before. I don't think my husband has ever made it before as well. We used to have someone that would come around and cook for us, but he up and left and moved to Lagos without so much of a notice period. And so now we have to actually cook for ourselves, and it's been a journey. Last week we made moi moi.
Hi, what are you guys doing?
We're trying to make moi moi, but we're not sure of our process.
There's a video of it on YouTube. Mrs. Moi Moi making.
I know, but like the problem is, do we just keep peeling the back over and over again?
You peel the back. Did you soak it?
Mm-hmm.
How long did you soak it for?
10 minutes.
Oh wow. You're moving like that.
Excuse me. Eh? Auntie Aga, good afternoon.
How are you, my dear?
We're fine. We're calling for
You use your hand to rub it together. It will come. You should not soak it for a long time, so you have to use your hand to rub it together so that the skin will come out.
Okay. And then we'll just keep on pouring the water and replacing the water back?
Just use your hand to, as if you are washing it, the skin will come off.
Okay.
Then you'll be using water to rinse it, it will come out.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
Soak it enough now.
Yeah, we didn't plan. Thank you. My goodness. We spent like 4 hours making the moi moi. It was so stressful. But I think that we learned from that experience, because it's good to have information, because we hadn't made it before. So we soaked the beans and, we're manually trying to peel it off, and it was so time consuming. Something that was supposed to be a bonding experience, it now became so stressful. But yes, we're trying to do akara today. I don't know if I'm confident. We'll probably use Sisi Yemi or Sisi Jemaima's recipe. I've also called my mom and I'm like, please tell me how I'm going to do this thing. So yes, we'll carry you guys along on that journey today and basically talk about a few things as well. I'm supposed to be now, gonna let the lights shine on me. Now I found. What are you singing? In a chop mouth there. Okay, babe, what do you think about this quantity of? My hands are actually filled. The baby has a baby. It's a little baby. Oh, look at it. Why am I so excited about this? No, leave it. Can you? I feel like I'm wasting our time. Are we? You're actually quite negative.
Yeah.
I don't need your negativity in my life. Babe, should I add more peppers?
Nope.
I mean, okay, so just these ones are here.
Ones are interesting.
Sure, they're not too much. Don't say me, I really like chocolate pepper. Oh.
Chop on, man. Come on.
Babe, for real, look, get this thing well.
You give your eye.
Which one is gauge your? God, what kind of? Hey, mommy, so you think the pepper is too much, Abby? Mom? Oh, okay. So when we finish blending it, that's when we will now add salt and maggi. Okay. Alright, thank you.
Wait, what would you say is your relationship with cooking as a whole?
Well, I don't hate cooking, but I don't love it either. Sometimes I do it because I have to do it, you get. But it's not something I'll just wake up one morning and I'll be like, yes, let's go and cook. Although sometimes I do get that, but they're very rare times. Yeah. I feel like because I haven't cooked in a long time, obviously, I mean before we got married, right? Because I would hardly cook anything. I'll probably cook like spaghetti or
You rather
pancakes.
starve.
Yeah, I would rather starve. Or I'll just go and buy food. So sometimes I kind of doubt myself. But then I start cooking and I realize that, oh, I actually still remember how to cook. You know? It's interesting.
I think to define it in a nutshell, I like to eat, so I like to cook. I remember when I used to live alone, before I got someone to cook for me, I would actually just wake up Saturdays and Sundays. My neighbors upstairs always knew when I was cooking because first thing I'll do is set up my speaker and be blasting music. And then I'm cooking, from morning to night. So obviously that time it's bulk cooking, so I'll just do it for the weekend. So I actually like cooking. I just don't have as much time as I used to when I was less occupied. Because now my job takes most of my time, so I usually have the weekends to rest. But when I do get the chance to, I do enjoy cooking.
Finally, the last thing. There's a lot of Akara though. I'm the fairy kitchen mother. It's so funny because we didn't even finish the recipe video we were watching. No, I just doing it as they pot. It's been a while I said that.
Ouch!
It's not painful, liar.
It was.
Is it painful?
Yes.
Sorry.
What about salting you, please?
Sorry. I don't even know, honestly, how do people taste the thing to know when the thing is nice?
You taste it now.
Eh.
Put it in your mouth and taste it.
You don't know how to do that though.
Yes, boss.
I don't even know why I'm already cleaning. Let me just create this.
How was it transitioning from having someone that was cooking for you to having to sort out the cooking by yourselves, menu and all that?
It was actually stressful because I remember that time when it was like, oh, just go and buy the food stuff, and I feel like I was stuck. As I told you that, see, I don't think I can do this because my head was like, oh my god, where do I start from? What do I do? I'm a very process oriented person, so I'm very much like, oh, this is the first step, this is the second step, and I was just confused. But I think I'm getting the hang of it, small. Yeah, but it was stressful. It's still stressful because I'm sweating in this kitchen. I'm not even doing the major work, but it's hot and I'm stressing out.
I'd say that was a very stressful period of my life. But luckily for me, during that period, I was working from home for about 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
we struggled for a bit, and then we finally sort of got into a rhythm. I think we're still finding our rhythm, but things are definitely much better. I think that for the first few days, we didn't have anything to eat. We were just eating out. So we couldn't figure out what to make long term.
We're also drinking Gary.
That's not
I've drank Gary like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
No, that's because you like Ijebu Gary. That's a different. Because I don't understand why you have like 5 meals in your kitchen,
meals. No.
and then your go to is Ijebu Gary and granite. And she's like, oh, babe, I need Ijebu Gari, I need Ijebu Gari. There was a day I drove round Ibadan looking for Ijebu Gari.
Please don't judge me.
I had to find it just
and I won't judge you.
I sold me 1 cup of what she had left of her own stuff. No. Let's not time.
Bluetooth mode.
Okay. The butter is actually a bit watery. Well, this is not kind of a caramel, no. This is flat. Oh! Is it what? What's plain? It's too much. Seems like we have made a grave mistake because our puff puff. Why call it puff puff? Our Akara is not Akara because I think it reminds me of that first time we made puff puff. This is how it was for like the first 2 times. Ah, Jesus. So what can we do now? Yeah, definitely have to tea with bread. Our Akara mission is not going so well, but I guess we'll learn from this. And next one will be better. But cooking is actually the ghetto. See the ones we did at first. This is actually Akara, you guys. I don't even know what this is. It was too soft. Probably because our butter? Is it butter it's called? It was too watery. So this is all going to the bin.
So, how do you navigate having different styles of cooking, different approaches to cooking, especially when you are cooking together?
Ah gosh, I feel like I'm very bad with this one because I'm always like, that's not how I remember it. That's not how my mom used to do it. I think I need to be more open-minded actually.
Retweet.
Really. Yeah, but sometimes I actually just let you do what you want to do.
Yeah, once a blue moon.
Really? Do you really think it's once in a blue moon?
No. You're trying that. You're getting better.
Yeah?
I think in the beginning, I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this again. But then you're taking the feedback, and then sometimes like, okay, I'll trust what you're doing.
Yeah.
See how it comes out.
Thank you. Growth. Definitely growth. What do you think about cooking being a gender thing?
Yeah, I think that's actually bullshit. Obviously, if you know how to eat, you definitely should know how to cook. I think it's just more of figuring out for yourself, especially when you're just in marriage, who has more time or who's more opportune, and then just making it work. I don't think it's a gender thing. I just feel like for example, if someone is not working, for example, and one person is working, if you have more free time, then go in for it. But shouldn't just be an expectation, because of a particular gender. So yeah.
What? Ah.
I don't master the moves.
Right. My mom just fast. See? When I was younger, I could actually cook a lot of things. Remember when I told you? Yeah, I could actually cook a lot of things. When I was growing up, so my older sister went to boarding school. My other brother went to boarding school. So my sister went to school, I was a day student. So like my mom would always go to work, so I'll have to cook. Like I literally would cook. I'll cook egusi, I'll cook ogbono. But then what happened? Then my younger sister grew up to think, I think that's the thing with being a middle child. Because it's like you're too young, so your elder sister does the work. And then when you get older, you're too old, so your younger sister does the work. But I actually used to cook for a bit. And then, yeah.
So you gave it up?
I gave it out. No. That's why. But I don't think I ever made Akara or moi dough. I made a lot of pancakes. A lot of spaghetti. Spaghetti, yeah. Whenever it's spaghetti, you just be like, oh, let her make. Whenever it's pancakes too. But it's annoying. Do you know why? Because when you're making pancake, you will just be standing there frying, and people will be taking their own, and you will fry like 4. So you will just be there. So it's annoying.
Let me put this one in the trash. Oh, can I try this with bread?
See how oily it is. Let's show you.
It didn't look like I can. Hello, my love.
Your plating is 0. 0 scores for your plating.
Just to keep it there.
Oh, babe, we left the door open. The fly is in here. I mean the parlor door. It actually smells really good though.
Yeah.
Let me. Oh, baby, try. Let me try from under, yeah. Let's try this. Baby, it's actually not bad. It kind of tastes like your. What's her name?
That's a guy thing.
Yeah, it tastes like her own.
Secret is crayfish.
It's really good. Hold on.